Alright guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at Palantir stock. Should you buy Palantir stock after its 370% gain in 2024? So this article was a couple days ago, and according to the market, overall market sentiment, yes, this is actually one of the most expensive stocks in the market. A lot of people just pay attention to the stock's price, and like regular people, they're not actually able to judge a stock by its capitalization, revenue. They don't even look at those stats. But I just wanted to, before we take a look at the chart and probability of the stock maybe hitting $100, or what is the probability of the stock actually declining 50%. So it looks like a lot of analysts have average median target for the stock around like $41 levels. But let's take a look at. So on Christmas Eve day, we had a short day, right? So 84 actually. We did break out, make new all-time highs. Stock 379% up year to date, and it's in S&P 500. Stock is $187 billion company. Okay, so this is the capitalization of the stock. Just to give you an idea of what kind of stocks are valued at the same price, maybe plus minus 5-10 billion range. Goldman Sachs, $582 billion stock. $182 billion stock, $582 price. It is $5 billion cheaper than Palantir. There's GE, which is valued $185 billion. Philip Morris $195. ISRG, Intuitive Surgical, it's $191 billion company. Adobe, $197 billion company. And then if we take a look at the stock's revenue, you will take a look at where's the Palantir stock. Let's take a look at just Palantir alone, just to give you an idea where this company has come from. So when stock is in an uptrend and it's growing double digits, that's what happens actually. You can see it's growing double digits, and if you take a look at the revenue from 2019, 750 billion, 1 billion, 1.5 billion, 1.9 billion, 2.2 billion, 2023, and 2024, they're going to be around like 2.7, probably something like that, 2.6 billion. And it's been pretty much growing. That's we understand. But in terms of valuation, it's just going a lot faster than the revenue. If you go pull up the most, capitalization. So companies that are valued at the same capitalization, I did filter out. And if you just take a look at companies that are 100 okay, let's start with Adobe, which is 197, 191, Goldman Sachs, Intuitive Surgical, Philip Morris, General Electric, Intuit, Caterpillar, Qualcomm, Texas Instruments, Booking.com. You're not going to see any company here that is valued at the same. Just you can do yourself. Just pull up S&P 500. You're not going to see any of them are in that range of a revenue. So the minimum revenue I'm seeing that is being reported annually, it's by Intuitive Surgical, which makes 4 times more of Palantir, and it's valued at 191 billion. It doesn't mean that it's fairly valued, but this is for those people who are, looking at the fundamental side of it, right? So yes, it is a growing company, it's a growth company, but it doesn't mean that if company starts growing to these revenues like $3, $5, $6, $7 billion, it doesn't mean that stock has to appreciate at a 4 or 5 times pace, where companies growing, let's say 20, 30, 40% a year. It doesn't mean that the revenue has to grow crazy I mean, the market capitalization and stock price has to appreciate crazy. So this is my take on that one, but we have been talking about this one for quite some time. So if you go take a look at my channel, so we were talking about this ever since it went public, since 2021, $10 or $9 IPO price. And looks like in 2022, when it was trading at around $9, $10 levels, I gave a $5, $6 share price target. February 17, 2022. Is $5, $6 a share? Is it a deal? And then ever since, I didn't talk about this one until 2024. So yeah, it does hit that $6 price target back in 2022. And then ever since, it's been pretty much in melt up mode. Most of the gains, of course, came this year, second half of the year, because first half of the year, yeah, it was hovering around 20s, and then come September, stock basically goes up 2.5 times after reporting earnings 1 penny higher than previous quarter, right? And then, of course, S&P 500 inclusion, speculation, volume was pretty high, and it's staying high on a daily. If we switch to a weekly chart as well, I mean, volume has been elevated ever since August, pretty much. So what am I expecting for the rest of the year, which we have not too many days, couple days left. So can it hit $100? Let's take a look. So January 3rd, that's when I'm going to look. Again, these videos are not a recommendation for you to buy or sell this stock. These are purely for entertainment purposes only. Option market, that's what I look at. $6, basically, option market is implying by January 3rd that this stock could move up or down. Stock is at 82, and if you are somebody who thinks that it's going to get to $100, maybe, I mean, if I was the one who thinks that it can go to those levels, I would consider $90 strike price, where I'm seeing 6,000, 7,000 contracts traded last day of the trading session this week, and then already 5,000 open interests were sitting in there, and probability of that stock going above $90 is 16-17%. Is it a lot? Is it not a lot? I mean, it's for each trader to consider, but put to call ratio, this is very options driven stock, and I'm seeing 450,000 contracts traded on a short day that we had Christmas Eve, and 300,000 puts traded. And if you just take a look at the put to call ratio, a lot of calls to me are sells. A lot of people could be just capitalizing on the premium selling side, just to basically hedge themselves maybe a little bit. But does it mean that the stock is going to be crashing down or squeezing higher? We can even take a look at that data. I just use daily short volume just to have an idea what's going on with this name, ultra short term, because we know, like, throughout this year, and I know as a trader that, I mean, one of those like hated stocks were some people are mad that they missed out the rally. Some people didn't expect, and there are also people who are like inherently like they only trade like downside. They only short the stocks, and no matter what company does, they will keep shorting it. So, and this is maybe one of those names where it has kind of like a Tesla, where company keeps reporting crazy, positive headlines every single time, but you can look at the volume, daily traded volume, where people just short in high 60s%, 66%. Last 5 days, if you take a look at it, a lot of people were trying to basically short this name. And even if you go back, it has slightly more short volume in a daily trading volume versus any other large cap name at this capitalization. But definitely it is a high risk name, okay? And we understand that this stock could, if this stock comes crashing down, let's say 20-30%, nobody is going to be shocked at all because of how it has performed, and at the same time, I mean, revenue plus how stock is appreciating. So I'm not gonna dive into like specifics of the like business. We all get that, but in terms of price action, and like also there are a lot of people concerned about that insider dumpings, right? Insiders have been dumping in billions, okay, not even millions, multiple millions every single day. And I have seen a chart maybe on Twitter, I think, where every single every other day you look at it, it's pretty much sell. I mean, insiders have been selling into the strength. So, but it doesn't mean that like shorting in general, if you're somebody, we all understand that when you like I myself personally, when I short a stock, I know if stock goes, I mean, if price goes in my favor, I can make money pretty fast, because to the downside, stocks move fast. But at the same time, if I'm wrong, I mean, I want to cut out the short, and I don't want to be staying long, I mean, short too long and be wrong and lose 100% of the capital. But there are many people who have, I mean, same psychology when they're trying to make quick money, and they're just trying to short the stock, because a couple times they made money shorting stock very fast, quick money, and they just keep shorting anything they think that is overvalued. But my approach would be same thing as Carvana. I have been covering it for quite some time, where like people like, look at this name. This is one of the names that have gone up insane, and year to date probably this is outperforming Carvana, even Palantir, maybe around the same, actually 300 and something % gain year to date. But I don't short stocks unless they crack. I don't try to top ticket. So I was waiting for the year end, even for Carvana, where a lot of people are like, cars are not selling. Like a lot of places have very low margin. How they are reporting such big margins? How this company reporting positive earnings? And it's just kept melting higher and higher. It doesn't mean that the stock, I mean, this company worth that much. But the point is, if you're somebody who is trying to make money to the downside, you should let the market confirm. You should let, I mean, market show you that the stock, okay, now it's in a downtrend. Now maybe probability on your side that momentum is shifting to the downside. Now maybe it's a time to take a short. But when stock tries to make a new high, it's the worst time to short, actually. So my sentiment right here up until end of the year, I'm still remaining bullish for Palantir. But as soon as year ends, a lot of people will start locking in the gains next year, maybe kick the can a little bit for the taxes, and also some people maybe try to lock in the long-term capital gains. But generally, January, February, a little bit of a profit-taking time, and I would be cautious. So if it does pull back, I'm expecting it to pull back to 60s, mid 60s, which is the 50-day moving average for this stock. As long as it stays above $80, it is looking like, I mean, it can squeeze a lot of people, but you got to be cautious with this name, right? So if you take a look at, like, such as, I don't use it particularly, but if you take a look at the RSI and you were utilizing that tool, it would have told you that it's oversold throughout this year. Literally every other week you would see the stock. If you were utilizing RSI, you would be wrong from $30 all the way to $80. Okay. Of course, intraday you might have capitalized some trades in and out, but you would be wrong on a swing trade, or you hold the stock at least for a couple days. So that's why I'm going to let this name run for the rest of the year. If it wants to squeeze more, we still have like 4 trading sessions until end of the year. And then from there, I would be watching this name possibly top out closer to the, maybe if it gets back above these levels, maybe it will push towards 100. and that would be also the psychological resistance for me. But it doesn't mean that I am betting on this stock going to the $100, but I'm watching this name to the upside. So that's my take for Palantir stock. That's what I'm watching. Hope you guys like it. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.